What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video, Make Money with HRC. Before we jump into the video, please go ahead, hit the subscribe, hit the thumbs up. Also, share the video with anyone that, would be interested in the video. So, I know the last video I made, I explained that I was getting into stocks and options, or I think more so options than stocks. And with that, I've had a lot of people ask me, well, why invest into the stock market? And with that, I did a lot of deep dive. I got a lot of information. I want to say at least like 3-4 pages of just information. So I'm literally going to compress all that information and, explain the difference with owning the stock and also with buying options into a company, so that way you'll know which one would be more, which one would basically fit your needs overall. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the video. Oh, and I'm also going to go ahead and show my Robinhood portfolio and my TD Ameritrade portfolio, which my TD Ameritrade, for some weird reason, because I'm using their demo, it's not showing up on my internet when I pull it up on my internet. Wow, it's not showing up on my interface when I pull it up on the computer. But on my phone, however, I am negative like $800 and something. Yeah, definitely making waves. So I'll be showing you my Robinhood that I literally just started probably like 4 or 5 hours ago. I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and jump in, because again, that's how I learn. I have to just jump in there and say, okay, well, let me do this or let me do that, and just try and figure it out. I like to touch it to understand it, or rather I have to touch it to understand it. That sounded so wrong, but yeah, let me go ahead and jump on into this video. So why invest in stocks? Now, when you invest in stocks, you're basically buying ownership into a company. So it's kind of like you're buying equity into, for example, like Nike or Disney or any of these companies that you like. You're basically saying, hey, you know what, I'm buying this because I stand by the company. Not saying that a lot of people buy stocks because they actually believe in the company. Some people just buy it because that's the new thing that's out, and they know that it's a trend and it's probably going to take off and it's going to boom. So why not buy into it, right? Now, not only do you get to have ownership in a company, but you also have voting rights. So what the voting rights does, it's more so being that you and I would be a shareholder of, let's say, Nike. Nike wants to make a big decision. You're able to go ahead and you're able to basically place your vote on whatever it is, whatever important matter that they would give you the option to go ahead and put your 2 cents in on. Okay. Next is growth. So it's gonna basically give your money the opportunity to grow. It's not like if it's in a savings account that gives you back a couple of cents. It literally just multiplies your money, triples your money, whatever it is, based on what's going on in the market at that time. Okay. Now, yes, we know that if the market drops, then yes, your stock is going to drop. But we know that over the years, the market itself has always rebounded. Whether it rebounds in 2 to 3 years, the market's always going to rebound, and you're always going to see a rapid rate of growth based on inflation in the market, right? Now, best of all, if you want to be able to make money from a stock that you buy, you have to go ahead and buy a stock that's going to pay you dividends. Not a lot of stocks pay dividends. I should find some that actually pay dividends and I'll list it, but not a lot of stocks actually pay dividends. But if they do pay dividends, then you're actually able to make income off of those stocks. So what that basically means is that based on the money that they make, every quarter you'll be able to get some form of a payout from that stock based on how good that stock does. Okay. Basically, you also want to go ahead and think of owning a stock as, you're able to own that brand or own a part of the company. So if you like Nike, Wendy's, you know, Starbucks, any of these things, then you're able to go ahead and buy into it. Now, a lot of these stocks are, you know, like hella expensive for you to own one. So if you can't buy the whole entire stock, at least buy into it until you're able to buy up to owning one whole solid stock. I was looking at Amazon, for example. I think Amazon was like close to $2,000 something. So yeah. And what did I do? I bought a portion of that, you know, just a little bit of money, threw it in there. But like, I know at one point, you know, Nike was $100 and something. Now it's down to $88. So if you have $88 to spare, go ahead and buy your whole Nike stock. So that's like, that's a basics of owning stocks, you know. Not only do you have the ownership, but you, compared to having to buy other things, like if you buy business or if you're buying residence, then it's basically you having a low overhead in a sense when you own stocks. So not only that, it's a low cost for you to enter the market depending on the stock that you're buying, and also you have the ability for compound interest. So you're basically able to earn money on your money over time from it basically being in the stock market. Unfortunately, with everything that's taking place, you know, the stocks are always going to get affected if it's something that's taking place with the president, something with, you know, like the pandemic that we're going through right now with the coronavirus. So all these things basically affect the stock market in a negative aspect, unemployment, all that stuff. So you just have to like weigh your options on what stock you like to buy and how much you actually like that stock. Or if you feel like it's a good business and it's going to take off, then yeah, you definitely want to go ahead and get the stock. All right. Now, next is options. Now, options itself is a little bit different. So next we have options. Now with options trading is a little bit different. With options trading, what that basically does, it gives you the right to buy or sell the stock, and it's basically at a specific price. Now each stock that you buy, you'll get 100 shares of that, and it's literally, you know, or rather each contract that you get. So each contract that you get 100 shares, and you pay a premium to basically own that contract, right? Which I'm also going to show you guys an example of that, because I did this morning just to see how it works. So yeah, we're hoping for a good return here, or even if there's no return, at least now I know, oh, okay, that's what that does. But with options, you have your buy option, your put option, what else? Your call and your put. So your call would be to buy and your put would be to sell. So if you think that the option is going to go up, you would basically go ahead and hit call. If you think that it's going to go down, then you go ahead and you hit sell. And then from there, the money that you make from that, that's when you go ahead and you would basically cash out on that that money that you made off of your stock. So that way you lock it in. Okay. Now, with options, there's a strike price. And the strike price is basically where you would buy the stock, or how you would buy into the option, right? And actually, you know what, let me go ahead and pull that up here, so that way you could actually see it. So let me go ahead and jump on in here. So this is my Robinhood account, and this morning this was at $30. But as you can see, there is a $2.04 loss so far. So yeah, you know, as I said, I'm testing it out. So I put $30 in, and this is like a couple of days ago. So I put $30 in, and it basically shows you where everything, you know, either went up or went down. So earlier this morning, when I decided to take the dive, what was that? Let's say 1150, somewhere in there, and from there, you know, kept going up, and yeah, Then I hit a drop-ish somewhere. What was that? Like around 130. Okay, so around 130, that's when I started to see a drop. And then from there, as you can see, it's just been going down. All right, so this is literally, I'm gonna say my test account. I'm just playing around with it just to see, okay, how does it work? How do buying into options work? All the stuff, it shows you the news on it. So I literally pulled up some of the news I was looking over to see what was going on. Now on the screen, it's a little bit on the screen. On your phone, it's a little bit different. I pulled it up on the computer just to see how different everything looks, right? So here's my option, here's the stock. Now the stock that I bought was AMC, and I bought 2 shares of the stock. Did I write down how much I bought it for? Right, I forgot to write down how much I bought it for. Okay, but I want to say I bought it for like 5 something this morning. Literally, I think I bought it for like 5 something. I think I did buy it for 5 something. So when I bought the stock, I basically bought 2 shares of it, and that's where that is now. So all right, here, boom, boom. Average cost. Okay, so yeah, earlier this morning it went up a little bit, and my portfolio was looking pretty nice. So I was up $1.36, and then I lost $1.36. As I said, I'm still learning this as I go along. So yeah, you know, I'm literally gonna like play around with it, figure it out, and then take, oh, okay, light bulb went on. So one thing I figured was, okay, not only does it show you the charts and your breakdown, so you're able to actually go ahead and see your overall of how the stock itself is doing. Of course, you're able to expand and go from there, right? Now, with what is this? Show more basically tells you about the stock. Okay, right here. So the analyst rating, I've found that it's pretty helpful depending on what you're looking at. So for this stock, it basically, you know, they're saying that it's not good to buy the stock, but it's good to hold the stock, especially because of everything more than likely that's taking place where Amazon's not sure if they're gonna buy it. You know, but supposedly there's another company that might be open to buying it. So I'm thinking that this is why they're okay with the stock being held, or that's why they're telling you to hold the stock, right? And of course, as you can see, 31% of everyone else, they're basically going to go ahead and they're going to sell. They're basically selling their stock. So the earnings also I like to look at, which their earnings is, they're expected to put out an earnings report on May 22nd. So I'm actually going to be looking forward to that, just to see, you know, if they actually went ahead and hit their mark. So a lot of times it'll show you where they hit their mark compared to what they were, you know, the estimated where they actually fell on the scales of each quarter. So that's actually pretty dope. And then from there, that was like pretty much it. And then at the bottom it shows you every other stock that everyone was able to buy into. So with that being said, if I was to, so because I bought it, that's where the stock currently is. If I go to sell it, then that's, let's see, if I put in 1 share, oh, it's gonna say 4. Let's see, put in 2 shares, then it says $9.92. Okay, so yeah, so this morning when I did go back in to like see if I was, you know, if I was sold it, what I would actually get, I was actually at $13 and like 40 something cents. But again, this was before the stock actually started to fall. All right, now let me go ahead and go back into my options. It was white earlier. Does it change with the times? Oh, I wonder. Alright, so the options that I bought this morning were GoPro. So this morning when I bought it, the stock was at $3.48, and I bought a call for $3.50 on the call that I bought earlier today. All right, let's see if we can find it here. Okay, so here goes my contract. My break-even point is $3.57, and then of course it shows your average cost per share. Again, I went like super duper like test pilot on here. So that was actually 7 hours ago that I bought the stock. Now let's see if we click on this, what happens. Okay, so it shows good till cancel. Oh, that's another thing also. A lot of times when you're on the Robinhood app, if you don't actually physically go ahead and select your good till cancel, then it's probably going to go ahead and close it out within that same day. So you want to make sure that you actually select good till cancel on your options, so that way it doesn't like close out at the end of the day. Now, if your order is filled, I noticed that they do send you an email letting you know that, okay, your order was filled. And, you know, from there, I'm just watching it just to see if it goes up or anything else like that. And of course, there's all the rest of the stats for that specific option. So let me go ahead, go back out. Okay. So yeah, guess we're gonna see what happens. You know, I think it's good until Friday. Okay, yeah. So it expires on 5/15. So on 5/15, I will see if I have a gain or if I don't have a gain. Hopefully I have a gain, because if I have a gain, I know I'm in the money, and that'll be fantastic. Now, when I did go ahead and buy the stock, I bought it kind of view all options. All right, perfect. Kind of like it on the phone, maybe because the phone has it to where you just click and go. So when I purchased the stock, I purchased the stock closer to the share price, and I did that only because it was closer to being in the money. I would have went ahead and purchased it in the money, but when I did that, I would have had to pay like $42, and yeah, I wasn't gonna do that. So that's why I went ahead and I got the 3.5 because of the simple fact of I actually wanted to make sure that I wasn't paying $40-something just in case it's a loss, and B, I'm trying it out, right? So I basically went ahead, hit the plus sign, and once I hit the plus sign, does it let you do it on here? Oh, okay. Oh, that's a long call. All right. So yeah, nope, wrong thing. I gotta figure out how to use it on the computer, but once you actually go in on the phone, you get to like select all the options, and it comes up with something else that you're able to do on there. Let's see, is this it? 2? Nope. All right. So I'm gonna figure out how to use it on the computer. If not, I'll just pull up my phone next time. But yeah, I bought this right here just because it was closer to the strike price of being in the money. One thing that I did notice with options, if you buy more into the price, the more money you're gonna have to pay. So now the total cost for that is $2.38. So the more in the money you buy, it basically costs you more. The more outside of the money, it's the less that you pay. But you know, the problem with that is that you might not be able to have a return right away that is going to be suffice for you. So I would definitely say, you know, try and stay within range of your shared price. So you don't want to go too high and you don't want to go too low, but stay somewhere right in the middle. All right. And oh, they actually have it here where you could actually select your expiring dates that you want your contract to end. Perfect. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and still play around with this, still try and figure it out. And oh, by the way, my TD Ameritrade. So with my Ameritrade, I am so lost when it comes to this display. So if any of you guys out there know how to use this, please, trust me, I'm gonna be on YouTube like crazy just trying to figure it out. But I finally got the account approved, set up, and the whole nine. Now I just have to figure out how to work it. I did notice that there was a lot of differences compared with Robinhood and with Thinkorswim. So I'm still trying to figure out how to use Thinkorswim on the phone. It pops up everything on the desktop. Still trying to figure it out, literally. So yeah, let's see. Ford. Oh wow, look at that. Okay, all right, perfect. So I kind of like their system a little bit because it shows us the strike prices, and then of course here it shows all the in the money options. And if you were to click on it, you know, it shows you how much it is to buy everything out and when you get to put your sale. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna play around with the Thinkorswim platform just a little bit more because I kind of sort of don't like it on the PC, but then also don't kind of like it on the phone. But I know with Robinhood, they also have limitations on, I think, how much you could trade. So yeah, it's a learning curve, and definitely want to take y'all along on this journey with me. So that's literally like everything when it comes to stocks and stuff like that, stocks and options. And you know, as much as I'm learning, you're gonna be learning. We're learning this together for the most part. And you know, again, it's just my opinions. This is financial advice or anything. It's just, I would love to basically be able to, you know, teach everything that I'm learning and have somebody replicate that. And of course, we're learning together, so why not? All right. Oh, well, hope everybody was able to, you know, get a brief rundown as to what's taking place. You know, as I said, this is going to be a learning curve, and I just want y'all to come along with me for the journey. So I'm going to be documenting this whole entire process, every hiccup, every WTF moment, it'll be recorded. But right now, stocks are down $2.04 so far, and that's literally just with my AMC stock that I bought. My option, I still have a 0.6% gain on there, so I'm waiting to see if we make it to the 3.5 by the 15th, and how much I'll be able to actually reap off of that. If I didn't reap anything, then of course, you know, I'm still trying to perfect it. So I'm probably gonna buy into another option later on today. The options that I'm actually looking at are let's see, AMC, QQQ, SQ, PTON, CHGG, EB, and PYPL. So those are the ones I'm gonna look into just to see if they're actual stocks that I'm able to, you know, buy into at a low cost on the option end. I know a lot of times, you know, I've seen where people are like, oh yeah, you know, you have to invest like $400 or $500 into options to make a good return. Because I'm doing it as a test, that's the only reason why I haven't put so much money into it. I just want to see, okay, well, you know, this, that, like I have to touch it to be able to maneuver. So, yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on how that's going. And again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, definitely please drop it down below, and pray for me, y'all, because this is about to be a ride. All right, well, I'll see y'all in the next video. I hope everybody have a fantastic day. Out.